Well, what appreciation ultimately is alignment with Source. No motive, just alignment with Source. That's why we say, go to the vortex because it feels good, not because you're going to try to make something happen by being in it. You will notice a chronic alignment with the vibration that we would translate into the words of appreciation is you seeing the world through the eyes of Source. What you would notice is that the world is spinning in perfection. What you would notice is that what you want is surrounding you at all times. What you would notice is that people who come to you are on your wavelength and interested in what you want to talk about, and they. What you would notice is that your body is thriving, and when you breathe deeply, it tastes good. What you would notice is that your body is sensual and tactile, and that the environment that surrounds you is loving and comforting. What you would notice is that you're intelligent and that you have all-knowing and that your timing is excellent. What you would notice is that people are uplifted in your presence. What you would notice is that the world is beautiful and that it is in balance. What you would notice is that well-being is the order of your day. What you would notice is that life is full and fast and fun and sweet. What you would notice is that you just want more of it. What you would notice is that sleeping isn't very important to you, but focusing is. What you would notice is that music just ripples through your body in a way that you just think that you almost can't endure it. It is so good. And food and sex and all of those things that are tactile and delicious in nature are beyond description as you are participating in them. What you would notice is the perfection of your beingness, and what you would feel is the complete worthiness of who you are. You would feel the love of that which is Source, of that which is us, of that which is your inner being, wrapped through you and around you, not supporting you because you don't need support. You are Source energy and you are flowing. You would find yourself feeling as you felt in the moment that you made the decision to emerge, and in the moment of the emergence, you would feel rapturous anticipation about all that is possible. You would feel sure about where you stand and knowing that wherever it is right. You would feel love for literally everyone that you laid eyes on, no matter who they are or what they are doing. You would know value in the trouble that they're stirring. You would know value in the solution that they are seeking. You would know value in their beingness, and you would love them for being, you see. Yeah. We're glad you asked. We're glad you asked. Well, there's nothing deeper than that, but we can explain it in other ways. Love is attention in the moment of the feeling of love to the precise opinion and perspective that Source holds about the same subject that's on the table. We actually prefer the word appreciation to the word love because the word love is so loaded for physical beings. You've sort of ruined the word. Because you speak of love when you don't have it, and you speak of love when you don't feel it, and you speak of love when it's missing. And so love for most people is tainted with resistance, where appreciation is a purer vibration. But love and appreciation and joy and exhilaration are all evidences of alignment, which must mean absence of resistance, which must mean focus into fullness of who you are. It's like closing that gap and being one streaming energy. You see, you were one streaming energy before you were born into this body. You were pure love. Then you got here and you started worrying about stuff, so you're not pure love. And then you went in the vortex where you were pure love, and you went out and you weren't, and you went in and you were, and you went out and you weren't. Then you started listening to other people who tried to tell you what it was, even though you could feel it on your own, you see. And now you've made your way back to, and this gathering has certainly been about that today, of consciously recognizing that my vortex is a reality, a vibrational reality, and the Source who I really am lives and loves. And when I deliberately reach for the feeling of that until I've tuned myself, trained myself into the frequency of that, then I will really come to know it when I get to apply it to the details of all life. So we would say the best definition of love is awareness of self and a determined decision to be in complete alignment with that which is source, that which is truly who I am. And appreciating every rascal that challenges it and makes it more and more and more important for me to do that. Love is not looking at despicable and unlovable and loving it. Love is the discipline to know that if there is a question, there is an answer. And if there is the unwanted, there is the wanted. And having the self-discipline to focus into the vortex where the solutions are. It doesn't matter what the object of your attention is that you are loving. In other words, there are plenty of things on this planet that are impossible to love. Just don't look there. And don't demand that they change in order for you to feel love. That's where it's at. So much of your world is saying, because they innately know that they want to love, and they don't love that, and they don't love that, and they don't love that. So they're asking all of that to become different and lovable. And then they lose their control. They lose their power and their freedom because they can't control all of those uncontrollable things, you see. Where when you discover that you have the ability to focus yourself into love, then and only then are you willing to allow the variety of intentionality to exist. You see how we've come full circle? Humans so often say, I want to feel love, and therefore I will allow these lovable things, but I will not allow those unlovable things. But in their not allowing of those unlovable things, they take themselves out of the realm of love. And then it is their absence of being connected with love that makes them so sure that they need to destroy what they think is the reason that they don't feel love. Isn't it interesting? When all along, the only reason you don't feel love is because you're looking at a place where you can't line up with who you are. What you're seeking is alignment with the point of view that Source holds, which you have brilliantly asked us already to define in the beginning of this leading edge conversation. When you're in the vortex and you are inspired to a behavior, you're already in such utter appreciation that your behavior is inspired from the source within you. In other words, the greatest gift that you're giving is your alignment with Source. But while in that alignment with Source, there's plenty of other things that you are giving too. But in the moment that you are then reflecting on the way another is receiving your gift, now you are immediately outside the vortex. So you have taken yourself into a vibrational frequency that is different than the one that you were enjoying so much. And that's when you then think, well, my gift is not appreciated. And we say the appreciation that you're seeking is the appreciation that flows through you in the offering. It's not ever in what's coming back to you. Right. And when you understand that alignment with Source taps you into an infinite stream of abundance and well-being, and then you know you've tapped into the headwaters, and that nothing has to come back to you in any other way, because it's never ending in what is flowing through you and to you and through you and to you and through you and to you and through you. And anyone and everyone's response to you is irrelevant. The only thing that is relevant is your relationship with this never-ending stream. We have enjoyed this leading edge, groundbreaking, going to places where no one has ever been before, conversation that we've experienced together. It is exhilarating to stand in the vortex where who you really are is, and note the proximity that you hold in relationship to it. It makes us realize that not only are we doing a good job of fulfilling our promise to you, but you are doing a good job of fulfilling your promise to us. And by that we mean fulfilling your promise to who you really are, and that is us. In other words, when you get it, that you are vibration, and therefore that you are emotion, and therefore that you are energy, and therefore that you are source, therefore that you are consciousness, and that you can feel the relationship of what could be your scattered consciousness or what could be your aligned consciousness. When you get it, that you can feel when it is your true self participating in the conversation, or when it is the fragmented version of you. When you can tell by the confidence that you feel, or the insecurity that you're feeling, or the love that you're feeling, or the hesitation that you're feeling, or the joy that you're feeling, or the concern that you're feeling. When you begin to describe to yourself your life experience through the emotional sense, now you are tapping in to your understanding that you are a vibrational being. And when you accept fully your vibrational nature, all limitations cease to be. Because in this vibrational world of which we are all a part, all that is required that's almost as good as a drum roll. All that's required is the acknowledgement of the idea and resonance with it for the complete achievement of it. There is nothing about your physical experience that is not vibrational. Therefore, there is not a moment in time that there is not a vibrational relationship that you could be aware of. If you will tune yourself to the way you feel and spend less time trying to explain how you feel to another, but instead trying to achieve how you feel for yourself. If you will spend less time trying to analyze what's taken place or describe it, and more time just reaching for the feeling of resonance with who you are. From inside the vortex, it is our promise to you, you will become very articulate. From inside the vortex, you will find yourself so aligned with clarity, and so aligned with knowledge, and so aligned with passion, that you will find it difficult to not express loudly and often to anyone who comes near you the secret to the success that you have found. And it is our expectation that once you are chronically inside your vortex, not just newly in, not just surprisingly in, not just breathlessly in, but really in, consistently in, reverently in, chronically in, and consciously aware that you are in, that the words that will flow forth from you will sound like this. Life is simple. Life is easy. Life is good. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with that. Can it get better? I suspect that it can. Have you ever seen a more beautiful day? Have you ever heard a more beautiful song? Have you ever seen a more beautiful bird? Have you ever felt more powerful in your life? Have you ever seen so many people who love me? Have you ever had traffic flow so beautifully with you? Did you think that life could be this good? Does it seem possible to drink it all in? Isn't it delicious that there's no ending to that which we be? Don't you just love being physically focused in this time-space reality? Don't you just love everyone you see? Don't you just honor and respect them all, no matter where they stand? Don't you just love that they're here? Don't you just love them even in their difference?